Mark loved his new house. It was big and old, sitting all alone on a green hill. The wind whistled around its corners, making it feel like a secret place. He had just moved in, leaving the noisy city far behind him. The house had many rooms to explore, with dusty furniture covered in white sheets. He thought it was the perfect adventure, a place where he could finally be on his own. He walked through the long hallways, his footsteps echoing on the wooden floors. This old house was his kingdom, and he was ready to discover all of its secrets. He felt a thrill run down his spine. The villagers in the small town below had strange advice for him. "Don't touch the door at the end of the hall," an old woman warned. Her eyes were wide and serious. "It's not a normal door," Mark just smiled and nodded, thinking it was just a local story to scare newcomers. Another man at the market told him the same thing. "The last family who lived there," the man whispered, "they said the door was trouble, big trouble." Mark didn't believe in superstitions. He was a practical person. He thought they were just trying to have some fun with the new guy from the city. The door was at the very end of the upstairs hallway. It was different from all the other doors in the house. It was made of dark, heavy wood, covered in strange scratches. There was no handle to turn. There was no keyhole to peek through. It looked like it had been sealed shut a long, long time ago. Thick nails were hammered all around its edges, pinning it to the frame. Dust and cobwebs clung to it like a spooky grey blanket. Mark ran his hand over the rough surface. It felt cold, colder than the rest of the house. He wondered what could possibly be behind it. Mark's curiosity grew stronger every day. He couldn't stop thinking about the door. Why was it sealed? What were the villagers so afraid of? He laughed at their silly warnings. "It's probably just an old closet," he said to himself out loud. "Maybe it's filled with old junk they didn't want to move." He tried to forget about it, to focus on unpacking his boxes and settling in. But his eyes always drifted down the long, dark hallway. The door seemed to watch him, waiting for him. He knew deep down that he would have to find out what was on the other side. The first night, the noises started. Mark was lying in bed, trying to fall asleep. That's when he heard it. A soft sound, tap, tap, tap. It was coming from the hallway. He sat up, listening carefully. The sound was faint, almost like a tree branch tapping against a window. But this was different. It was rhythmic, steady. And it came from the direction of the sealed door. He told himself it was just the old house settling. Old houses make strange noises, he thought. He pulled the covers up to his chin and tried to ignore it, but the soft tapping continued for what felt like hours. The next night, the sounds changed.
Like
the
for
tapping
part
was
2.
gone.